I'm a journalist, so I was never a content creator, but becoming a journalist, it was an amazing journey for me, reading the news, reporting, hosting a show. But at some point, I saw that traditional media, it's kind of, I won't say fading away, but it is in competition with social media. So I said to myself that as a young person who wants to develop and move along the concepts of people and how technology is shaping mindsets, it is also important for me to move in that direction. So I decided to create a TikTok account. So at the beginning, I started by dancing. Dancing to music, having fun. And then I saw that a lot of Gambians were following me. So I was like, why are all these Gambians following me? It means they're interested in my content. Even though I'm not posting serious content, I'm posting dancing videos. So later I decided to take it to a more serious way of doing it. I started doing travel vlogs. Whenever I travel to any country, I vlog it. When I'm getting ready, I would take a video. And also sometimes I would talk about challenges that Gambians are facing. I would talk about social issues and a lot of other things, inspirational videos.
Okay.
So then all of a sudden I saw my views coming up. I saw my follows coming up. And right now I'm almost at 90,000 views. So for me, it didn't start on a serious note. But then later, with the attention that I was getting, I said to myself, this is a path that I can take and even turn it into something that I can make money off of. And right now that is happening. So that is how I got into content creation.
And how is content creation in Gambia? Is it growing?
It is growing steadily, not to that extent, because in Gambia is a very small country. And right now, when you create content based on the views and the engagement that you have, you don't get paid. Yeah, you get paid through brands that endorse you. When you get brand deals, based on the content that you do, that is what I've been getting. But to say TikTok, the app itself, is not paying. So to be honest, Gambia is a very small country, and social media and content creation is just growing now because obviously it's a new thing. It's a new thing everywhere. And the population is very small as well. That is also a challenge for us. But I will say it's steadily.
What is our population?
2 million.
2 million?
Yeah, just over 2 million.
Okay. So, did you ever encounter like algorithmic bias?
Well, I feel like for me, even the algorithm has been helping when it comes to me, because obviously, like I said, when I came into TikTok newly, obviously because I'm on TV already, so people know me through the TV. So the moment Jenna Basongo came up, the algorithm will help with what you're following. But then the algorithm bias you're talking about, it has been happening. It has been happening whereby sometimes there's certain things that you don't want to see on your FYP and it just appears. Yeah, and you're forced to actually consume content that you do not want to consume. I think this is a problem, and I don't think there's much we can do about it. I just feel like social media, the fact that it gives people the opportunity to kind of select what they see based on the things that you watch all the time, that is how you direct your algorithm. So I think people should be taught how algorithm can be directed so that they can see what they want to see to run away from the whole biases that you're talking about.
And you have been here in China. Did you ever try to explore Chinese social media and try to put your content in Chinese social media?
Yeah, I feel so guilty that you're asking me this question because some of my Chinese friends have actually advised me before to use Douyin and start putting my TikTok contents there, that it's a good idea. But I've actually been procrastinating it, but I think it's something that I need to do, but I've been procrastinating it for a very long time. I only use my WeChat moments, which I think is amazing because people can always go to your moments to see what you've achieved and all of that. But I think I am really going to challenge myself for that. I need to go on Douyin and start doing so. I think I once downloaded Red Code and later deleted it. I wasn't active, but I think this is something that I need to do, to be honest.
Okay. So, do you ever feel like you are losing your identity?
Yes, I feel like I'm losing my identity because I'm not myself. I'm not who I am. I'm not who I want to be. And I think this is something that I need to do, to be honest.
Mm. Chinese, they have a lot of content concerning or related to China. Do you think Africa needs such kind of local platform rather than transnational social media to make the content which are positively related to Africa to be more visible?
I agree with you. You know, China, they have Douyin, even though TikTok is from China, but they even have Douyin, which is specifically just for China.
Localized.
You know, localized version of TikTok. For example, WhatsApp, they have WeChat. It is just for China, and they're spreading the narrative that they want to spread. And I think Africa should do the same thing, because often when things are reported on Africa, it's always kind of, when things are reported on Africa, it's always reported by other people, other media, you know, and they often choose the narrative that they want for us because they report it how they want it. So I totally believe that in the era of social media, it is okay for us to have an African platform where we also showcase what Africa is about, what Africa has achieved, you know, the potential of Africa, and the list goes on. Because most of the time we receive aid, you know, and support, and Africa is reported along those lines, you know, rather than what we can do for ourselves, because there are success stories. Look at Rwanda, for example. For the past 2 decades, under the leadership of Paul Kagame, we've seen how they have had massive infrastructural development in agriculture, education, and the list goes on. That can be a model for the rest of Africa. It does not always mean that, you know, we have to use a model that is outside of Africa, even though it's okay. But there are success stories in Africa, and having a platform to showcase that, to change the mindsets of young Africans at an early age to believe in their country, to be patriotic, and the list goes on. I totally believe a platform like that should exist, and I think it's going to change the narrative even further than we think.
Okay. Most visible content about Africa related to tourism.
Yeah.
And for your country, if someone has a plan to visit Gambia, which place do you recommend they should not miss?
Yeah, Gambia is a tourism destination. Tourism contributes a very high amount to our GDP, second most contributing, I believe. And then, which is a very good thing. Tourists come from far and wide because we have beaches. Our Gambian beaches are so beautiful. Absolutely. When you go to Gambia, you have to rush to the beach because we have really, really, really beautiful beaches. That is why tourists come all the time. We have Senegambia, which is an area that is so beautiful, mix of restaurants, adventure, night clubbing, and the list goes on. We also have the Arch 22. The name has been changed to the Never Again Memorial Arch, where people can go and also learn about, you know, the Gambia that is located in Banjul. There's also Banjul, the Albert Market. Banjul is the capital city. There's just a lot of places that you can go to. Gunjur. In Gunjur, we have like a very big mosque, which is so beautiful. We also have the Kachikali crocodile pool. We have crocodiles that are so friendly. You can even touch them.
Wow.
Yes, amazing. So I think Gambia, we have a very, very beautiful culture, very, very beautiful country, and anybody who comes there will love it. And Gambia is one of the most peaceful countries in the African continent, even though we had dictatorship for the past 22 years, but things have changed. We are very, very peaceful right now. There's freedom of speech. Investors can come in and invest. We are open. So it's a beautiful country.
Oh, you talked about Senegambia.
Yes.
How was
Senegambia is located in Senegambia is like in Senegambia, a particular place. It's called Senegambia. It's not very big. It's just a very small community where, like I said, nightclubs, restaurants, and all of that. So it's just like in China, how they have big streets and people can meet and eat and do different activities. It's the same thing.
Oh, so did you have a union like Senegal and
Yes, Senegal and the Gambia. We have the Senegalo-Gambia cooperation, where Senegal and Gambia, obviously Senegal and Gambia, we have almost the same culture. You know, it's the same people, the same languages, the same food, the same ideas. So it's just that, you know, it's colonialism. You know, we were colonized by the British. They were colonized. Yes, they separated it, but it's basically the same thing, the same everything. So we have a union, and Senegal and the Gambia, there's a smooth relationship. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
That's Chinese.
Oh, it's Chinese tea.
Wait.
Thank you. Thank
Wow.
you.
Gambia.
Okay. Strong, huh?
Before coming to China,
Yeah.
what was your perception about this country?
First visited China in 2024. So in 2024, before I came, obviously, I had mindsets about the food. I didn't even know there were halal restaurants in China. There was a lot of things that were said, especially for a person who's a Muslim, a lot of stereotypes about China. The infrastructure, some of the things that they show a lot of poverty issues about China. So when I came and I saw the skyscrapers, I saw that there's halal restaurants, and I also saw how secure China is. At 5 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 a.m., you can walk around. My perception completely changed in 2024. That is how I applied for the MOFCOM scholarship and got the scholarship to be able to study international communications at CUC, because of how my perception have drastically changed when I visited in 2024 for a journalism program.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have any memorable culture experience here?
Yeah, I think my memorable experience is covering the FOCAC. The FOCAC is the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation. In 2024, I covered the forum, and that was an eye-opener for me, because 53 heads of states at a time came to China, including my president. They came, and a lot of things were talked about as to the cooperation between China and the Gambia. I think that was a turning point when it comes to my relationship with China. Covering the FOCAC, and it was an amazing experience for me. It widened my horizon as to the relationship between China and the African continent, cleared my misconceptions, made me understood more about the win-win cooperation that has been talked about a long time ago. Also educated me more on the non-interference policy. So for me, covering the FOCAC in 2024 really enhanced my understanding when it comes to the cooperation, and that is all I needed to further also contribute to the cooperation that exists between the African continent and China.
Wow, like you are moderating the program.
No, how am I moderating it?
No, I just want to.
Last question.
Last question. Okay.
Yeah.
You said you have this dancing hobby. Like, I mean, is it talent?
No, it's not a talent. It's just music that I vibe to. It's not even a talent. Yeah, it was just music that I vibe to, because you know TikTok, everybody has music on and everybody's happy and vibing to the music. That's all.
If you pass around here in Beijing,
Yeah.
you find the Chinese, they just dancing.
No.
In open space.
Yeah.
Have you ever trying to go?
Yes, at CUC, the CUC University, I've actually joined them before. They normally have like sessions in the evening where they have a lead dancer and then everybody dances. It's just good for sport for them. I've joined before, and even at the gym, there's a kind of a session where they dance, because dancing, it's actually a good way of exercising if you don't want to do hardcore exercise, and it's also good to kind of relieve stress because you're doing it in a group. I have definitely joined it before because it's a culture in China, and I think it's a really fun culture. Chinese are chill, they're free.
Okay, apart from Chinese, do you ever learn about another people culture from other country apart from China?
Yeah, because as a journalist, I've traveled far and wide. You know, I've been to Dubai, I've been to Indonesia, Ghana, Nigeria. I've been so many places, which is good, which I'm so grateful for, because the only reason why I can do it is because of my journalism career. It took me places, and I've learned so much about different cultures. For example, when I went to Dubai as well, Dubai is a country where, you know, not a country, it's actually a city in the UAE where it is so safe. Dubai is so safe. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, UAE in general is so safe. You're free, it's so safe. And also before I visited Dubai, I had misconceptions about what to wear, how to act, because it's a Muslim country. That does not exist. That's also just stereotypes. Also, Indonesia, they have a beautiful culture. They have a beautiful country where tourists come and they explore, you know. So I have explored far and wide, and I think it is very important that you are emphasizing on the issue of learning other people's cultures, because only through learning other people's cultures, that is when your mindset can develop to be a person who can accept that there are people from another country, they have a different culture, it's completely different, and you have to accept them. There's power in accepting other people who are different from who you are. So I think that is very key. You come.
If I want to see your content on social media, could we know your handles?
Yeah. So my handles is on Instagram is SonkoJ, SONKOJAI. We will attach it to the video, and also I'm on TikTok as well, J Sonko on TikTok. Also I'm on Facebook, J Sonko as well. So make sure to follow me, like my videos, and stay in touch with what I'm doing. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.